ladies, Marie here from Humblebee and Me, and today we're going to make some tinted lip balm. Tinted lip balm is a super simple way to up your lip balm game. It's basically just lip balm plus a little bit of a pigment. We're going to be using red iron oxide today, but we'll also take a look at a couple different options in case you want a slightly different color or perhaps a hint of shimmer. I love this recipe, and I know you will too. I just went to a festival where gifting is a really big part of the festival culture. And last year when I went, I brought these lip balms. And this year, the people I met last year were hunting me down and asking me if I'd brought more of this lip balm because they love it and they've been hoarding the tube that I gave them last year. Like all lip balms, tinted lip balm is really easy to make. There's just one extra step. We're gonna melt all the oils and butters and waxes together. We'll remove that from the heat, and then we'll stir in our pigment before we stir in our essential oils and pour everything into the tubes. And that's really it. Once it's set up, you've got yourself a beautiful tinted lip balm. So come on, let's go tint our lips. We'll start by weighing out our oils. You'll need 7 grams of beeswax, 8 grams of mango butter, 5 grams of cocoa butter, 7 grams of sweet almond oil, and 7 grams of castor oil. Now check out how different the castor oil and the sweet almond oil are in terms of viscosity. The castor oil moves much more slowly because it's much thicker, which means it'll give a little bit of shine to our tinted lip balm recipe. So now we're going to add everything to a Pyrex measuring cup. Up next, we're making a little water bath by popping this measuring cup in a small saucepan that's got about 2 to 3 centimeters of water, so maybe an inch of water in the base of it. I'm going to take this over to my stove and put it on medium heat for about 30 minutes. 30 minutes seems like a really long time, and yes, everything will melt before 30 minutes happens, but what we want to have happen is the measuring cup to come to full temperature so that it's not so cold that when we start stirring in the pigments, your lip balm solidifies too quickly for you to blend everything in. Let's take a look at 4 different colorant options for our tinted lip balm. These two are iron oxides. This is red iron oxide, the sort of brown shade. You can see it's a brickish red color. And this is the blue shade iron oxide. Both of these iron oxides and all of the iron oxides we use to color cosmetics are synthesized. These compounds do occur naturally in nature, but they're often contaminated with heavy metals, so we are required to use synthesized versions for our safety. Neither of these two are oxides. This is carmine. Carmine is made from the cochineal beetle, so unfortunately it is not vegan and it is rather expensive. But you can see that the color is astonishing. It's a beautiful, bright, rich hue that makes stunning lip stains and lipsticks and is essential in many classic lip colors. This is D&C Red No. 7, which is synthesized from petroleum products. It gets similar safety ratings on the EWG Skin Deep database to iron oxides, and as you can see, it's a beautiful deep hue that can be a good alternative for carmine in many color blends without affecting the final product that much. So it's a good alternative if you love the brightness of carmine, but not the price or its origin. "30 minutes later, all of our oils and waxes and butters have melted through. We'll remove the measuring cup from the water bath and dry it off so we don't accidentally incorporate any water into our lip balm, which will shorten its shelf life. Part of the reason we left the lip balm over the heat for so long is to make sure that this measuring cup is nice and warm, which gives us time to add our colorants. So we've got our red iron oxide here and this cute little set of spoons. So this is 1/8 of a teaspoon, 1/16, 1/32, and 1/64. We're going to start with 1/32 of a teaspoon of red iron oxide and blend that into our lip balm base. So this smearing action with this spatula is really helpful to get everything broken up and evenly incorporated. While the lip balm base is still quite hot, you're going to find that the iron oxide is going to settle out, so we'll just need to keep stirring it for a while. You can see that it's coating our spatula a bit, so just press down on it and smear it and streak it across the bottom of your measuring cup. Now this part is optional, but I'm going to add some silver mica to give our lip balm a bit of sparkle. So I'm going to add 1 dash or 1/8 of a teaspoon. You can buy micas in a wide rainbow of colors, but they won't contribute the same amount of color in the same amounts as oxides will because they're nowhere near as potent. So I like adding a little bit of sparkle with them, but relying on oxides and other pigments for my color. We're going to add our essential oil now. I've got peppermint here, but if you have spearmint or you prefer something else like maybe lavender, you're more than welcome to use that instead. So we're going to add 20 drops. I think that was 21, but that's all right. So we'll blend that in. What we're looking for here is for the lip balm base to thicken up enough that it can support the weight of the pigments so they don't settle out when we pour them into our lip balm tubes. It'll be something roughly the consistency of unwhipped cream. So I'm just going to leave this for a moment and get our lip balm tubes set up. I'm putting down a little bit of wax paper to prevent any spills and lining my tubes up quite close to one another so that if I happen to spill while I'm pouring, there's a much higher chance that I'll just spill into another tube. This recipe should fill 8 tubes, so I'm setting out 9 just in case I need an extra. Alright, now I think we're ready to pour this. You notice that it started to solidify along the top of the spatula here. That's a good indication that we're getting chilled. So let's start our pour. Alright, you can see that this has set up on us. This is not uncommon at all when making tinted lip balm. So back into the water bath this goes, and back on the stove for a couple minutes. Okay, we've remelted, we've re-dried off the outside of our measuring cup, and we'll continue pouring here. So unlike other lip balms, you don't want to scrape every last drop out of the container. So you can see there's some powdery bits down here. They're just bits of pigment that didn't quite get blended in. But if you scrape all of these leftover bits, sort of pigment dust, into that one last tube of lip balm, you'll find it's unpleasantly gritty. And now we leave our lip balms to set. This should take about 5 to 10 minutes. While we let our lip balms set, we can make up some labels. Make sure you take the time to wipe down the outside of your lip balm tubes. If you've spilled any lip balm down the sides of them in the pouring process, your labels won't stick. We can also use some of this leftover spills to check and see how dark this is going to be. So you can see that it is quite subtle, which is exactly what we were going for. And now for the last step, capping and labeling. There you go, you just made tinted lip balm. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe for more awesome videos. Check the description box below for links to everything I used in this video, and I will see you next time.